Good evening. It is Thursday, July the 4th. Happy 4th of July. So I'm down here in the grow room looking things over. The lettuce and kale for harvest for this week for the farmers market is looking awesome. Everything is growing. We've got some lettuce there. This tub over here is actually empty. It will be getting some of what's in the seed starter right now. I think that is next week's crop. Got some sunset lettuce and bok choy, and then that'll be the week after. So that one's got a couple weeks yet to go before it's harvested. That one's got a week, and I think that one's like 4 weeks yet. So anyways, that's hydroponics seed starter. I did thin these on Sunday, but they are looking great. These will be ready to move out to the grow out rack this weekend. My microgreens that I started before I went on vacation are the peas are up there touching the lights. I think these are going to get harvested actually tonight. So the radish is ready as well. So normally we harvest on Fridays, but I guess that's going to get harvested tonight. Let's take a peek down here. This is hydroponics seed starting because I had the seed starter full. Well, but it looks like we did alright here. So they are all popping up in there. I need to give them a little bit more water, but they are looking alright. So once I pull these 18 out, they will be going in that tote, and then they will fill the entire bottom shelf. So that bottom shelf and that tote will all be grown at once, which is what's in the seed starter right now. Once I have those moved out, I will be moving those 6 over to the seed starter to finish out their last week. Microgreens. So this is broccoli, looking awesome. They will go under light tomorrow. Same with the kale. Radish here, see they're just starting to sprout. Those will be under blackout, as well as the peas, until Sunday. Alright, I have a problem, and it's right there. I had gotten this little 1-gallon tank here to use for watering microgreens. It's a cheap one, and using it and pumping it every day for the last few months, the pump gave out. Now I've been considering doing something for a while, but now that pump's given out, I think it's time. So, large 3-gallon container with a heavy-duty pump in it. That one pumps a lot easier. You don't have to bend over as far. It holds more water, so you don't have to fill it as often. So here's what I've got. It's a 3/8 inside diameter tube that comes out of the tank. I've got it then reduced to a 1/4 inch inside diameter tube to go to the hand wand. I'm going to take it apart there. I don't know if I actually have to fully tear it apart and put a new chunk of 3/8 pipe in. I might. And then I will cut the hose, the 1/4 inch hose, just a tiny bit shorter for a new hose barb. On this tank, I'm going to take the 1/4 inch hose, I'll cut it off just a tiny bit out of the tank, get rid of that tank. And what I'm going to do I bought a kind of a universal tee. It's got multiple step sizes on it. You can use it with 3/8, quarter, and 1/8 inch. Now I've taken the 1/8 inch barbs off of two sides, this side and this side. I've taken the 1/8 inch and quarter inch barbs off of this side, leaving only the 3/8 remaining. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put that right in there. So it comes out of the tank, 3/8. Then I'll have one tube here as I drop the piece. I'll have one of the quarter inch tubes here, which I'm thinking is going to be the one to go to the blackout side for the mist. I'll have one quarter inch tube over here, which will be the one that I then run out this way to come over to water the microgreens in the grow out section. So I'm gonna get started on tearing that apart, and hopefully it'll work, and I'll check back in with you after a bit. Alright, it failed. It leaks badly. I put zip ties on it trying to make a clamp. It still leaks badly. I guess I've got a couple of options. I can get clamps and put clamps on this, one on each side, to replace those zip ties. That'd be one option. Or I might just put this back in place from the 3/8 down to a quarter. Now this thing never seemed to really leak. It was tight. It fits a lot tighter in there. They do make a tee that is just quarter inch on all three sides. I really didn't want to use two fittings, but I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is put this in place to go from the bigger pipe down to the smaller, and then after I get to the smaller pipe, put a tee in, and just do it in two fittings. I don't like it, but I'm starting to think it's going to be better than that. So I'm going to go to the hardware store tomorrow after work, and I am going to look at price of clamps versus the tee. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I guess more to come. Alright, Friday, July the 5th. So I stopped over to the hardware store on my lunch break, and I picked up a new tee. So this one, unlike the previous one that I had, is just a quarter inch tee on all three sides, not an adapter or universal one. Fit much better. So what I did was I cut this pipe here, this hose here, I was attached here. I left a little bit, cut it, put the tee in the middle, and then ran it out. So now with using just the one pump tank, I can run the hose. This one that goes straight out goes into the misting one, and the one that comes off the side here is for the microgreen watering for the grow out. So slip that all together. It fits really snugly. I've had it pressurized and watered already tonight, and there's no leakage from it, so no reason to even have to get clamps on there that I can see. So Don't like it as much because it's multiple fittings, but it doesn't leak, and I guess that's the plus side, and no clamps, so much cleaner in that respect. So alright, well, I think that solves that problem. We're back in business for watering, so I'm going to finish up getting ready for the farmers market tomorrow. Have a good evening.